In this video we'll be covering some of the important things to know when you're reading input from the user. So the basic command that you use when reading input is the input command, as you see in the top line there. So what that line says, age is assigned to the input the user gives. Now how does this work? The input takes the string what is your age. So on the screen appears the words what is your age ? Then the user enters 24, and then that 24 is assigned to the variable age. So if you look at the fprintf at the bottom, your age is %d age. So the placeholder is replaced by the variable age as value. So the final output after the user has entered the 24 is your age is 24. So note that this differs to conventional languages where you would have a write line, enter your age, and then a read line. Both those statements happens in the input command. The what is your age is displayed, that would be your write line. The user enters a 24, which is then assigned to age. You might have noticed in the previous solution that 24 was entered directly after the question mark, which kind of doesn't look nice. So you create a space after the question mark, so at least the 24, there's a space between the question and the answer the user gives. Or probably an even better solution would be to put the \n after what is your age. In MATLAB, whenever you put the \n inside a string, it means jump to the next line. So in this case, the input command prints what is your age on the screen. Then it jumps to the next line so that the user can enter the 24 on the next line. What happens in this code is that you're expecting a string from the user because you're asking for someone's name. So it says what is your name, the user enters Peter, and then you get an error. So what you need to remember, if you use the input command as is, just with a string between the brackets, it only works when the user enters a number. So if you are expecting a string from the user, you need to add a second element to the input command, and you say comma quote s quote. So that s at the end indicates that it will now work if the user enters the name Peter. Notice what we try to do here. We're trying to use the fprintf and then have a placeholder for a string variable, and you'll see that it prints junk, and that clearly does not work. So my suggestion for you to solve this would be to use the display function and simply have the your name is and the variable name as two strings as elements of a vector, and then you'll get your name is Peter if the user enters Peter.